I'd like to keep this 180 thing where we can talk and we can cut it up and people can start getting in on there. Like friends, people that are struggling like in deep addiction.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need some help, guys. I want to talk to you tonight. Like that's kind of what I want to get into.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, man. It's good to finally sit down and talk with you again. You've been busy. You got a week off. I've been staying busy with the group and the meetings and on the spots and stuff like that. And this is our first appearance together since
yeah,
I was on the spot.
on the
And we're
spot.
calling this 180 recovery.
Right.
Because and me and Bo's got a little bit different story on how we got sober and cleaned up and all that stuff. But it's still one day at a time. I don't care how you're really doing it. It comes down to 24 hours at a time. And it's been a complete 180 for me. Every day's a process. I think Bo would say something similar to that. So we're just wanting to get on here tonight. Just kind of catch up and see what each other's been doing. Maybe talk to a few people if anybody jumps in chat. If anybody's needing any help or some encouragement, maybe some numbers to call or something like that, we could probably provide those for them. So, Bo, welcome, man. I heard you were just
Yeah.
kind of cruising around down there earlier, taking in the
Yeah.
sunset and
On the
chilling.
beach.
And you
Yeah.
recently hit 300 days, brother. I just want to congratulate you on that, man. Now up to
Thank you.
302, and
303. 303, baby.
303.
303, baby.
Every one of them counts.
Yes,
Uh,
it does.
and
It does.
adding to that sobriety, 40 what days? No cigs?
48, I think. 48 days, no six.
What?
Yeah, next Wednesday will be every Wednesday's a week for me, or whatever that
Okay.
means.
Now, I
So
mean,
tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow would be 49.
you did
49
say
days.
that. I mean, I think you were serious, really. I mean, you said that quitting the cigs was a little bit harder
Well,
than alcohol.
so it's been a lot harder, a
Huh.
lot harder. So I'm just to the point now where if somebody's smoking a cigarette around me, I don't like the smell of it. It's kind of off-putting.
I get it.
But I tell you, I'd smoke cigarette, man. I miss them. Like
Still
it's
do.
every day. It's like
Yeah.
I would smoke cigarette. I just choose not to, and it's just. I mean, I do feel better. Like I'm not breathing near as bad, and I don't have the smell anymore in my truck, and I'm not like ashes everywhere and shit. But I'm telling you, I miss it, dude. I do miss it. So,
I-
but I'm eating like crazy, dude. Just like to stay busy, get fat again. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get diabetes and quit smoking.
Man,
Horrible.
it's just trading in one thing for another.
It's terrible, dude. So I don't know. It ain't been too bad. Like I said, I just started running again at the gym, and I can tell a bigger difference. So it's
I was
more
going
of
to
a
ask about that.
mental thing to me. But it's hard, man. I had a cousin that quit smoking. He's quit for 30 some years, dude. And he's like, I still want a cigarette every day. He said, I just choose not to smoke.
I think it becomes so psychological. For me, it's been cigs, vape, nothing for a while at all. Back to cigs, back to vape. I'm just like, and I feel whatever for it. I mean, I was doing worse stuff a few years ago, but
Yes.
the older I get as well, and plus there's lung cancer in my family history, and so I just like I want to give that up, man. But it's tough, dude. I've never had a whole lot of self discipline. I've never had a whole lot of self control, and was always impulsive. And being an addict, man, that's a triple threat in a bad way.
Right.
Um, so I'm still just trying to like move forward and give myself some grace like that. I'm getting to the gym, eating better. Man, I can see it on the horizon, man, but just getting my ass to the gym and with
You in
somebody.
there yet? Have you gone yet? No.
No, dude.
I'm
I
telling
know.
you,
I
it's the
know, man.
hardest part. It's getting going, man. Once you can get in and get that couple weeks in there, and you ain't got to go for an hour or 45 minutes. Just go for 15, 20 minutes, man.
Well,
Just
Deb,
show in there, talk, say hi, get a relationship with somebody, and
yeah.
get out of there, man.
I mean, Deb says like just go and like because she knows I either do something over the top or I don't do something at all. So
Right.
to try to find my happy balance where I'm not just in there going at it and then I can't move for 2 weeks.
Right, and
Um,
brutally bad.
so she's like,
Start shooting
yeah,
hoops or something. Just go out there and walk around,
well,
shoot some hoops, and see what's
that's
going
not a
on.
bad idea. Yeah, okay, I can
Yeah.
do.
There
But I
might be
mean,
some people out there you ain't seen in a while, and you start striking up a conversation. You might be like, "Well, hey, I'll come Tuesdays and Wednesdays," and then it just slowly builds into something.
that's a good point too. It's also a way to like, hey, what have you been up to? And I'm like,
Right,
well, glad you asked.
right, right.
So
Here you go.
I never even
So
really considered that. But yeah, health wise, man, I'm closing in. I'm gonna be 49 in March, and I'm like, how the hell did I even make it here? So I didn't have a plan past 35, honestly, or even 30. So, but
I'll be 48 Christmas Eve. Right? It's like I was just 21, man.
yeah, man.
Just 21. Celebrate my birthday. Like, get
Yeah,
ready.
Lord. But I mean, I do want to. I always want to say I got a New Year's resolution. I just need to start doing it and committing to it, and because I like seeing the difference. I like
Right.
feeling better. If I get some compliments, that's good because it still feeds that healthy ego. And
Hmm.
so if I could get through that initial soreness stage or whatever,
Right. Yeah,
I think I'd like it.
starts getting a little addictive. You get addicted to the good. You get to the
Well,
good parts of life. The health. You start losing a little bit of weight. You don't have to, hold your breath to put your shoes on in the morning. You know what I mean? Like cut your toenails and shit.
that's
It's a
terrible because
big difference,
it's
and
kind of true.
it gets addictive. You get in a couple weeks or a month, and then when you miss, you kind of feel like a piece of crap. You're like, man, I should be at the
Now,
gym. Or
see, I don't mind that. I mean,
right,
because, dude, I mean, I've been addicted to, harmful, negative, unhealthy things that I liked, the feeling of or whatever. That's why we do things for so long. There's something about this stuff that we like. That's why we keep going back to it until it, hooks us in with whatever
right,
drug it is. I mean, it could be gambling, porn, whatever. So if I
right,
could take that same kind of energy and put it into something positive, like Deb said a couple years ago, she's like, imagine your addictive mindset in a healthy, positive way. And at the time,
right,
I'm just like, ugh. But that's probably how that would work for me. So I just need to get my ass there.
right. And that's the hardest part is because there's always an excuse. Oh, well, it's a little late. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's that? It is. Just give it 15 minutes, man. Just your
Yeah,
first day. Go in there 15 minutes, walk around, shoot a couple hoops. That's better than what you've done any other time.
that's
Or just,
true.
do a couple walks around the track or go, just
Check this,
see what
check
you got.
the machines out and all the equipment
Right.
and stuff. I
Right.
mean,
See what you got.
just get there, right?
Right. Just get there. You might meet somebody the first day, dude, you ain't talked to in years, and they'll be like, hey, I come, let's go Wednesday and Thursday. We meet out here. Then you got somebody to go, and then it's a good pickup for you. And you just start working it. So,
No, I'm not gonna say it until I do it, but I know the day's coming, and then hopefully that'll help because I mean, doctor wise, with some health visits, I was kind of borderline diabetic. I mean, I was pretty close to it.
right.
Haven't changed my diet up very much, but I mean, I didn't survive addiction and put all that crap down and put it behind me, God willing, just to fade away into like other unhealthy areas. Like
Right.
I don't want that to be. But this, I mean, the first year and even the second year, I just hit my 2 years on November 14th.
Sweet, brother.
Dude, it just flew by so fast. But so I'm like, okay, I made 2 years. That first year, it was all about just purging everything and working and talking to other people and surrounding myself, building a network. But now I see that it's coming to the point where I gotta get I gotta get taken some better care of myself physically and maybe not sit around so much and
Right.
and talk and do meetings 4 and 5 nights a week and I gotta balance it. So
Right. You got to do it. You got to live for your life too. You just can't try to be saving everybody, because
no
what you don't
man,
want to do is get sober and die of diabetes because you didn't get up and do something.
that's true.
Right.
And I'm too stubborn to let that really happen.
Right.
But when it happens, it'll happen, and I'm sure you'll hear about it.
Right. Well,
Um,
I'm home. I'm coming home. So I'm gonna come. I'm gonna drive home December 12th that weekend. I think 12th, 13th, 14th, something like that. And I'm probably not gonna drive back to Florida till the 21st of December. So me and you can go to the wreck when I'm back.
dude, bet I'll be here.
Go to the wreck. We can go to the wreck. because I work out when I'm home, so we can we'll go to the gym and just hit it in the mornings. Because I ain't doing shit in Lincoln. Most of my friends are on meth, So it's like
We're not gonna cruise Woodlawn more than once, I would assume.
yes, yes. So we can go to the gym and hang out, and then we can do some 180 recovery talks and see what's going on when I get
Dude,
back. So,
okay. I mean, yeah, and that might be the first time I get out there and kind of like pop the gym cherry, so to speak.
right. I'll be gentle.
You
I'll be
know,
gentle, buddy. It'll be fun,
so
man. Get in,
that'd
get
be
out,
cool.
and we'll go and see what's going on. So
All
we'll do
right.
it. Definitely.
Um, Man, how has well, you're off 5 days. You work a lot. I think a lot of people know that. But tell me, like this first year that you're in recovery and sober, 303 days. Um, and you put your story out there. You pretty much take accountability for everything. You're an open book. How many people have I hit you up, and who's hit you up recently to kind of like hear a word of encouragement or just
So I've got. I'm like I said. I'm pretty open. Like I'm not a shy person. I've never have been. I'm pretty. Like I said, I either like me or you don't. I'm a very quiet taste. I will. I will. I'm vulgar, and I try not to be. I'm a good dude, but I'm also like a shithead sometimes. I'm kind of ornery, but I just don't care what people think. It's for me to be sober. It's easier to get it out and be honest and just say it all because you don't want to keep anything locked up, or you just won't heal. But I'm telling you, it's been night and day. For me, I think I slept through the last 30 years of my life, and now I finally am seeing things on a different level. I'm enjoying life. I like my life. I like who I am. I'm telling you, 10 months ago, if you had told me I was sober, I wouldn't believe you, and I couldn't imagine a day without having a beer. But now I can't imagine a day of me drinking. It's just not anything I want to do, and it's just not a part of my life anymore. But every time, like I said, even this time, there's been quite a few people hit me up on like Facebook Messenger, just rooting for me, and just saying, "Hey, I'm following you. Keep posting. I'm struggling myself, but I'll get there." Yada yada yada. There's a lot of people that are struggling and want help, but just um, just this last Saturday, I was on the bike and I went out on a cruise. And I pulled up and I had a guy that I won't say his name, but I got a guy that works for me here. Right? He's from Illinois, but he works for me here, and I met him here. Um, and he was just like, "Hey, man, proud of you, good for you." And he's like, "I'm a week sober." And he's like, "I know it ain't much," and I'm thinking like, that's a big deal. That's a
yeah.
big deal, a week sober. And he said, "It's hard, but but then he said something that really struck. He says, like, I didn't know I had a problem until I quit.
Oh wow.
And then the truth really sets in when you're kind of like when you're on the outside looking in, you don't ever think you got a problem because it's just an everyday thing, right? And it's
True.
not like he did bad things or he got DUIs. I think he just kind of felt like shit and was over it, like some of us are, and you get tired of your own shit. And I think he just quit. And after like 7 days, he immediately said, he goes, "Man, I feel way better. I feel a lot better." Yes, great, and then that's kept him going for day 8, day 9, day 10. But when he said, "I didn't think I had a problem until I quit." And now you look back and you're like, man, like, what was I doing all those years? Right. So I think it kind of hits you and you kind of you get so, you put your blinders on and you think everything's okay.
Oh
And
yeah.
and alcohol is difficult because everybody promotes it. It's everywhere you go. It's okay. If everybody was banging heroin, it'd be the same thing, but it's like alcohol. They think alcohol is just, oh, you can use it at a party, you can use it at the Super Bowl, you can use it at the funeral, or, oh, you got a new job, let's go get drunk, or such a promoted poison, it's insane.
I
So
mean, even with like, I mean, I don't very much, but like fishing,
right,
hunting, like
right.
any a lot of guy activities, bowling, like it's just everywhere. So I mean, you get so used to it. I mean, people just hang out, they have fun, and then after a certain point, it's just like, well, I'm not going fishing anymore. I'm not watching the football game or going bowling. I'm just sitting in my garage drinking from noon to midnight.
Yes, drinking beer till I pass out, and
And,
it's
and then
just it gets so old. You become a dickhead. You know what I mean? And You drink and then you get angry, or you drink and you're funny, or you drink. You know, there's it's you're just, but you're not you. You're not the
No,
version of who you are.
no.
Like there's people I've met now that have never seen me drink, no, don't know me from
Oh,
my days, and I'll tell them like, man, like
they're
you
kind
don't
of looking like
know,
you can't see it.
you don't know me because it'd be, we fucking tie one on, we get shit faced drunk, we're at a titty bar, I'm doing cocaine off the stripper's ass, and we're running all night, and get going, and that's a Tuesday, brother. That ain't even a Friday or a Saturday. We
Uh,
are getting it on, and putting down 30 beers, and they just don't have a clue, and they always ask the same thing, do you miss it? And I don't miss it, man. I don't miss it at all. And I have people like, does it bother you if I drink? Absolutely not. I'm not here to judge you. I don't care. You drinking around me don't bother me because I know me. I don't want it. And I was going to ask you, like, tomorrow night's one of the biggest drinking nights there is, Thanksgiving, the night before Thanksgiving. And I, I used to go out every year and get stinking hammered drunk and see all my friends from school because everybody's back from colleges and everybody's home, and
all
you
for
run around, you go uptown and the bars are packed, and then you wake up and you're hungover for Thanksgiving and you feel like a bag of shit and your mom's pissed because you're ruining the day and yada yada, and I'm like, man, I don't have to do that. Like this year, I'm probably gonna, cook some food at home and just chill. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go ride. I'm actually gonna ride my motorcycle maybe up to Panama City, or like my shirt says, or go over to St. Augustine and just ride it, cruise and just live life. It's so crazy. Like I didn't know how you guys went because I don't know if you were a big a drinker, like I was, but
sporadic. I mean,
with
I
drink,
could go, but like there would be plenty of times where I didn't have it. But yeah, when there was beer, I would definitely drink. I was an alcoholic because the results were pretty much always the same. The cycle
yeah,
was always there. I would get stupid. I'd make alligator. I'd be this and that and the other. So over a span of years, I'm like, I have to be because I would never turn down a drink or a beer. You know what I mean? I just
right. I see. I couldn't, and once I had that first one, hold on, because I had to have more, and it was 12, 15, 16, 17, and God
yeah.
forbid we do shots, man, because oh man, and it didn't matter if I had to work next day or not. We were going until it was out, or until I passed out, and get up the next day and do all the vicious cycle of it, and I don't miss it. Like to think now, like to even want to drink at night after work, I'm just like, oh, there's no possible way. It just doesn't even sound good. Doesn't even sound
Well,
fun.
you
Like,
don't need it
oh
to like relax or enjoy something, do you? I mean, so like, what
no,
what would
I
really,
don't at all.
what
At all.
literally would be the point for you to be like, oh, heck, it's been a year. I'm gonna watch the Daytona 500 or Super Bowl, make some food. I'm gonna have me a few beers.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
there's what would be the point in that for you?
there wouldn't be. There would be no point. I don't. I I didn't even really like the taste of beer. I hated it when I first started drinking. I did not like beer at all, but then hard liquor made me so mean and stupid. So I had to like, because I wasn't one of them fruity hard liquor drinkers either. It was just give me shoot straight and be drunk, And the darker the alcohol, the darker I got. But beer was just beer, it was easy going. I could slam it, and it wasn't like I was like, man, this tastes great. Like I got to have that because it tastes good. It just always tastes like shit. But I don't. There's no comfort in it anymore. It's like to me, comfort's sitting, like waking up on a Sunday morning, not hungover, not spending any stupid money, not sending random dumb texts to whoever I sent them to. Not, you know what I mean? And like thinking, like I don't ever have to worry about it, ever in my life. Looking out, seeing where's my truck? How do I get home? Like blackout drunk, like you know what I
See,
mean?
you
Like
just
are the
got
cops gonna be
stories.
here? Who'd I fight? Like what happened? Like you know what I mean? Like
Who's this in my house or what house am I
yes, like
in?
who's laying next to me right now? What's
You,
going on?
I do think we got fortunate, though. I think you'd agree with me that there was no these things, phones, back in
Yes.
the
Oh, dude.
early
Yeah.
90s,
Oh, no
early
way. There's
2000s.
there's
Because a lot of those
no
stories
way.
you explained, somebody would have, you'd wake up to like videos of you.
Right. Right,
But
dude. Right. There ain't no way, man. I'm telling you, there ain't. I'm so glad that
at
shit.
least we got fortunate with that. I mean, there was like later on, there was like drunk texts and all that stuff and the screenshots.
Right.
It's just good not to have to worry about none of that stuff no more. And then having no idea of like anything that I'm seeing or somebody saying. I'm like, you're lying. There's no way I did that. Like, I'm good.
Right.
I woke up.
Right. There ain't
I
no
just,
way. They'd be like, you were there. And I was like, no, I wasn't. Then you're like, oh, man. Like,
if they can't prove it, it didn't happen.
right. Because
It's
you
just
got,
good
like,
not to have to worry about none of that.
used to do that. Somebody tell me something I did stupid. I'm like, no way. And then I go out to Walmart, like, at noon, and then you run into somebody like, dude, last night. And I was like, son of a bitch. Two people told me the same story that had to happen, like, what's going on? Like, I just don't like it just doesn't serve me anymore. It doesn't do no purpose in my life. And I'm just kind of like, it, I'll be 48, dude. What's life expectancy? 75. So if I get 25, 27 more years, if I'm lucky, left of this life,
True.
and I'm not gonna fuck that up any which way, and I'm not gonna allow anybody in my life to fuck that. So I, I'm just gonna live life to the best that I can, and I'm gonna be sober, and I'm just gonna do what I want to do. There's a lot to see out there, and a lot of things I still want to do, and drinking will hinder that, and it'll keep me from doing what I want to do. So there's no point in having it in my life anymore. Just none. And I don't miss it. It's not hard. Like I like the holidays, man. They're coming up, and everybody drinks on Thanksgiving, and everybody drinks at Christmas, and everybody does all this and that. I just don't. Um, I thought it would be hard for me, and it's just not a struggle. Like to me,
Uh,
cigarette. Like I want a cigarette. Like right now, I want a cigarette. But it's like I just choose not to. Now it's not as bad as where it's like, oh, I'm just angry all day because I want a cigarette. It's the
what do
thought
you?
that hits me.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you think? Have you played that tape before? Like, all right, I'm gonna have one before I go to bed or take a shower and lay down or whatever. Do you think
No,
that would make you want one tomorrow even
I
more?
I think if I had one, I'd want more, and then
Yeah.
I'd just be pissed. Because I
So now you be
they,
smoking
they
piss every time.
right. Well, they say
Like,
after 3 days, the nicotine's out of your system. I think that's what it is. So to me, it's just a mental thing, right? It's
yeah.
just the mental aspect. It's not like you have the nicotine addiction anymore. It's just a mental thing, like mine was driving between jobs, leaving one house, going check on the other subs at another house. Well, I could have, it's a 30-minute drive, 20 minutes where I could have a couple cigarettes. That was kind of my relaxation time. And I'm just
Routine.
like, yeah, I can smoke a couple cigarettes, I can listen to music, and I don't know. Like I don't miss it, but I do. Like I could smoke a cigarette right now, but I don't miss it. It's not like something that I'm like, man, I really wish I smoked. Like I'm glad I quit. Like I started like walking 10, 15 minutes now, and I that's easier than it ever was. Like
Sure.
easier than it ever was. So
Breathing
that
better,
makes
ain't you?
yeah, breathing way better, sleeping better. Like it's I'm just now starting to cough things up. And when I was
Yeah.
I went and did a checkup, talked to my doctor. I was like, I just kind of want to get, now that I'm like 10 months sober, like my body's starting to level out because it was like, oh, what are you doing to me? Like, what's going on? After 30 years of hardcore drinking to nothing. So I went out and I seen him and stuff, and he said, your body's going to slowly repair itself. He goes, your lungs, you said, you'll start coughing shit up, spitting stuff up. He said, but just because your body's repairing itself, he said that's quit smoking's terrible. Like he had nothing good to say about that. Just, it was worse than telling me about the alcohol I was drinking all the time. The smoking's just, it doesn't do anything for you. Diabetes, your circulation, you lose your fingers. Like it's just bad for you all the way around.
I'm getting there with all that. I know it's coming. That's the other weird thing. It's like I'm kind of dragging my feet, but at the same time, I know it's inevitable. That I won't
Uh,
be vaping. I won't be smoking. I won't be
see,
doing pouches or
I
chews.
never.
I'll be
Are you
going to the
doing
gym.
nicotine vape, or is it just a smoke vape?
Just a smoke vape, just like those little throwaways they got at the store. It's called like a fogger or something.
Mm,
All the gas stations have them. Tobacco shops. It's like a real low nick. It's less than a cigarette. It's like only 3%. And
uh,
it's just like I swear it's just psychological.
it's gotta
There's
be.
part of me that still likes to just do it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like a
I never
comfort.
got into the vape. I never got into it.
Yeah, I mean it's a debate, and I definitely trust Deb and the research we've had where like the vape is actually worse for the lungs than the cigarette smoke.
Is it
Um,
really?
yeah, I mean I kind of debated that and couldn't really believe it for a long time. But the vape is more stickier, so it'll like harden on top of the tar. Like if you're smoking for a long time and then you go to vaping without that your lungs clearing up from the cigarette smokes, that vape will actually, because it's a vapor, so it'll like dry and harden on top of the tar from the cigarettes that's already there.
Oh, that sounds terrible, dude.
It
That
is.
sounds horrible.
You know what I mean? And like
Yeah,
I'd hate to even
yeah,
say that, but it makes
yeah.
sense.
That's
And
like saying eat that piece of dog shit right there. And you're like, I know it's dog shit, but I'm gonna eat it anyway just because. Like, no, like, don't do it. Just quit.
it's psychological.
Go to the gym and get delicious tomorrow, man. Just quit it all. Go to the gym tomorrow. Run 10 miles. You'll be all right.
I'm about out of this one, so maybe. I mean,
Ha ha.
cigarettes wise, like it was back in April. We was doing a meeting, and this one guy really into God and religion and faith and stuff like that. He just said, "Man, you're going to stop smoking, and it's going to be tomorrow, and that's it." And I went like I don't know how many days, like 40 or 50 days, and didn't have any problems, didn't have a craving, was simple. Then I just started smoking one or two and then got right back into it.
Yeah.
Pretty
See,
bad,
yeah.
almost a pack a day, where I'm
Right.
wheezing and coughing. So I switched back to the vape, which I'm telling myself I'm not sounding as bad, like breathing wise, but I just gotta, I'm not enjoying it. I just gotta get it all over with. I want to be healthy and
Right.
stuff.
That's the
Damn.
thing is you're not enjoying it, but you're still doing it. That's when it starts. Eventually, you'll have that moment where you're like, "What am I doing? Like
Yeah, I
this?
mean, it's
I'm
real.
stupid.
I'm
Just
definitely
throw it
not
out."
perfect in any way. And I don't have no problems admitting that. It's not like I try to hide it and everything. Because I was on here for a while with the cigarettes, trying to like cover it and blow off to the side and stuff. I'm like,
Right.
this isn't because if you start having to like hide and lie about stuff, then that's a slippery ass slope back to
Right.
that's
Right.
how I was when I was in addiction. I'm like, I
Right.
don't want to be that. Just because I'm on the other side of it now doesn't mean that I can't start doing things that are retroactively leading me back into that mindset of addiction
Right.
of like the hard stuff, whatever. But and let me ask you a couple things. This
Yeah.
is going pretty good. Two things that I wanted to like commend you for and ask you is, um, how awesome is it to spend quality time with your grandbabies?
Oh
If,
man.
if you were still drinking, do you think that would be happening?
No. It was amazing, dude. I'm telling you what, grandbabies, it's a different kind of love than your kids because your kids can be little bastards. You know what I mean? Like it's just their kids, and you're still learning how to navigate that avenue. But having grandbabies, man, it's a different kind of love, and it's awesome, man. It's just a great feeling, and I'm telling you, I don't think had I not gotten sober, I don't think it would have been the same, man. First of all, I don't think Austin, my son, would have wanted me around the kids drinking all the time.
Fair
I don't
enough.
think I would. I don't think I would have been allowed to stay in his house, and that was a big part of why I quit smoking too. Was the grandbabies,
Sure.
and I, they they were born premature in NICU, and I didn't want to go there and smoke outside, and then have to go change my shirt, and wash my hands, and then try to hold them, or God forbid something happened to them, they get sick because I had a cigarette. So that was a big reason why I just quit before I went down there, and I'm telling you, it's a blessing, and that's to see my son be a father and his see him he's married and being a man and seeing my baby have babies was just it's a life experience, man. And I don't think I would have appreciated it or seen it as clearly as I did if I was just drinking every night, because I went down there and tried to get him to go drink, and he had babies, and I just would have been just a piece of shit. Like, I don't know. Just thinking of me drinking, I was just such a piece of shit. Like it all around. And it's just not in my life anymore. And it was great to hold my grandbabies and not step out to have a cigarette and not have a beer and not smell like beer and to be able to just hold them and have my son look at me and know that I was sober. Like it was a blessing, man. It's been one of the greatest things ever, man. And like I told you, my grandbabies will never ever see me drink a beer ever, ever.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's insane, man. They'll never know me as that drunk. Like they'll never know me as that guy that go out and fight for no reason and run around and just they'll never see that part of me. They'll just see the good because I'm a good dude, man. I'm a good solid dude, and the alcohol just put blinders on,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
did dumb shit,
I
So and
mean,
they'll never see that.
it's a. I mean, I look at it as, especially with alcohol, I mean, they call it spirits for a reason, but you just become somebody that you're not, and
Right.
I think like spirits and negative forces can get in there and just kind of like run the show a little bit. I mean, depression. I mean, I won't get that deep into it, but um, it just turns you into somebody that you're not. And like you would just end up going through the motions for stuff. If you're around the baby, you might like pose for a pic and just kind of act whatever, but it wouldn't have been like a main priority for you.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been
you wouldn't have been
straight
able to.
sheer concentration or consideration
Yeah.
you go in there and you're spending time with to go out to dinner with my son and my daughter-in-law and not drink and just to have that conversation, just deep conversation about anything in life or I'm blessed. I am blessed that I get to talk about the bad and live on in the good, right? So I'm blessed that I get to talk about what I did and what bad things I did and what good things I did. And
Sure.
just because I was an alcoholic doesn't mean I was always a piece of shit. I still had a good job. I still went to my kids' ball games. I still raised my kids, and I didn't beat on them and shit. But it was just like I could have been a very more present father. But it was also the shit that I did when my kids weren't around and clearing out bars and running around with women and not going home when I should have been home.
I
So
mean, you ran with a lot of people through the years, teen years up through what 30s and maybe even early
yes,
40s. I mean,
right,
you always had a ton of friends wherever you go, especially in Lincoln. Like I don't think there was any bar you could go to where there wasn't at least 1 or 10 people already in there that would know you. And
right.
how much do you think? How much do you think that kind of like perpetuated things with you? Like, oh, here comes Bo, life of the party. Some stuff's going on.
Right.
Da, da, da.
Well, I'm telling you, it
It's
it
a
it
norm
was
complex. You know what I
it
mean?
was it was very so. I'm always the center of attention. I am now sober. Like,
Yeah,
and I thought that that's why I had to drink to be funny. I had to drink to talk to the girls and yada yada yada.
sure.
And that's not what it was, but it was fun going in it. Like, dude, I partying was fun, man. It fueled me to brother, and going in and seeing 10 people that and oh fuck, what's going on, brother? And then, well, shit, I already know I'm fucking going in drunk tomorrow. So you know what I mean? Here we go. And then it's like, well, shit, let's go to the alibi and see who's up there. I know there's 4 or 5 guys up there. So then all of a sudden you got 20 people in here an after hours party. That turns into cocaine or fucking crack or
Yeah,
whatever slut walks in the door that you're gonna bang, and I mean it's just it was a big part of it,
but
like you go in there and you see a lot of those friends, and now it's like I go home and I'm not saying I did a complete 180, just like our show 180. I did a complete 180. Like I don't even find it entertaining anymore. It's kind of appalling to think of going in the bar, like it's the
but
same people sitting on the same bar stool, doing the same shit, telling the same fucking stories,
from
right?
like
And
20
now
years
they
ago.
got their kid with them, and their kid sitting with them at the bar stool, and
Look,
I'm like,
don't
what's
get me
going
started on that. I don't even think that should be a legal thing, but I
right,
digress. I'll save that for another time. But you're just passing on the addiction.
right? That's all you're doing,
Even if it's not alcohol, it's the atmosphere.
right?
And what do you think they're going to end up doing later on? But I
Right,
digress on that. But there's still, I mean, I know you don't have to name names, of course, but there's still people that like however you were partying, going to the alley by Yayas, Hajis, remember
right.
20 years
Fireman's
ago.
man,
They're still going to all these other bars looking for the same
right,
experience 20 years ago.
right.
Um,
You're
and,
40, 50 years old,
and at the
gonna
same
doing the
time,
same thing,
at the same time, I I just know that it's probably a thing that there's some that probably are hating on you and don't
right,
really believe this.
right,
If you said 300 days to so and so, they'll be like, and you'll be back and we'll save you a seat. And
right.
um, well, I mean, have you ran into any like negative people?
Um, So I won't say names, but I went back.
I'm
When did I go
tempted.
back?
Get 'em.
I can't remember when I was back. Maybe May, like maybe May. And I went back, and they're like, "Oh, well, you coming back to Lincoln? You're really not going to drink?" And I'm like, "No, like I'm not. I'm not going to drink just because." And that's the fucking mentality of these people. It's in that town is,
Yeah,
well, you're home, so you just might as well drink because it's the only thing to do there. And granted, there's not a lot of shit to do there, but there is still doesn't mean you have to drink. And
true.
but I'm telling you, for the most part, I haven't had anybody physically come up to me and be shitty or give me things. It's been 90%. Everybody's been congratulations, you're doing good. Please, keep talking, keep going because
Yeah,
they've got issues that they want help with. But other than that, the other 10% just stop talking to me, and that's fine. See yourself out the fucking door. Do me a favor because I don't give a fuck. And
I still
like
hope.
I was telling a girl tonight that and I didn't mean shitty towards her, but as of right now, like my boys and Cheyenne Winter, like who helped me, who said that to get me sober. Those four people are really the only four people I give a fuck about what they think of. Other than that, I don't give a shit. Until you earn your spot into my circle and into my realm, and you've earned that, you're not. Those four people, Cheyenne, Austin Newton, Dustin Newton, and Gavin Newton, those four people right there are the only four people that I give a fuck about. That I care about what they think about it. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I just
mean,
don't.
you gotta like say if you were like really being there for somebody, you got like a consistent conversation going with somebody who's kind of struggling. They got a little bit of sobriety, but they fell off. They're not drinking as much, whatever it is.
Right.
I mean, you just have open, honest conversations with them, right? I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, well, how you don't really, you don't strike me as somebody who really needs boundaries or whatever. But like, do you think? And it's still early on, so that's what I'm saying too. The back and forth, the person who's like good for a while, but then they fall off, and good for a while, but they fall off, and then they keep giving you that story. I've been there. I've been that person, so I'm not being like a hypocrite, but it's
Right.
like, cool, man. We had a good conversation. I was on the phone for you for an hour, with you for an hour. You're doing good, and then like the next day, you get like that text of like, I messed up last night, Bo. I
Oh
drank and feeling.
yeah.
So then you're like, how do you adjust like your level of care and compassion there? Or I mean, have you thought about that? Have you had any conversations where you thought people were good, and then all of a sudden they're like, "I'm back at it again"? Like, how do you keep going with them?
Well, I've had family members like a brother, like so I've had a good buddy of mine I played college football with uh, get a hold of me, and his brother was bad. And he's like, "Can you please talk to him?" Yada yada yada, so whatever. So I spent like all my whole Saturday on the phone with this guy, and it was constant like I'm gonna go into read. I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna drink today. And to me is I take it with a grain of salt because I've been there too. Oh, I'm gonna go tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drink today. This at midnight, this is my last beer. Fuck. I'm full of shit. I just don't take it personally because it is hard and it's hard to do anything forever. And to me is a win's a win. If you go 7 days and don't drink and you drink on that eighth day, that's you, you typically drink 8 days in a row. Well, you know what? You only drank once in 8 days. That's a win. So you gotta
you
not
still
take it
build from
personal
them.
and yeah, and look at it. I would rather somebody try than just completely be just a belligerent drunk. If you try to get sober and you just keep falling down, I can't fault you for that because I fail every day of my life. And so I don't take it personal. I fail every day, whether it's at work, whether it's something I said wrong in a conversation with somebody, whether it's oh man, I probably shouldn't have said that, maybe I had to redo, but it's just something you get up and you do it every day. If you drink after a year, hey, you went a year to get sober. Just get back on that horse and try to just keep going. But I don't take it personal. I stay pretty motivated. You know what I mean? Like it's just to me, I just don't want with the regret of just giving up on somebody and then you get that phone call that they're dead. And
Yeah,
so, yeah, that's
yeah.
that's the thing for me.
I'm still trying to. I've been better with it this time around. I mean, as you know, I really had to do this God thing, Bo. He had to come into my life at the center of it. That's I give him all the credit for me being sober today. It doesn't make me a better person than anybody. It doesn't make me perfect. I still have my flaws and stuff like that. But I just was always going to fail on my own. Um, and the thing about it is, like, I would try to, like, I didn't mean to do this, but I would invest emotionally into other people who are like, oh, that's a great story. Thanks for sharing that. It's just like my life, and I want to get sober and I can do it. And I'm like, yeah, and then if they fall off, I take it like almost personal,
Right.
like I let them down. I didn't say something, or it makes me be like, oh, crap, I thought they were good, or somebody had more years than me that I was looking up to. Then they fall off. I'm like, shoot, should I stop listening to them? Like, am I the next one to fall? This last year has really taught me to just speak from the heart, go to prayer a lot with stuff like that, man. People that want to get better are going to get better. Whether I'm talking to them, you're talking to them, or whatever, it's there comes a time when they just have to have that moment. We
Right.
can't really get anybody clean and sober. I mean, we can share stuff with you all day long and be there, but
Yeah.
it's everybody's decision. And I had to like
Yeah.
just let that be. Like I can't do nothing for you. I can't put the bottle up to you, and I can't really take it from you.
Right. You got to want it,
Yeah,
right? You got to want to get sober. You got to want to quit what you're doing. Your addiction, you got to want it. It's got to be better than what it is. And there's been a lot of times people wanted me to quit, and I wouldn't do it because I didn't want to do it. But I get what you're saying because
yeah,
you get so excited because you know how good it feels to be sober and to
yeah.
make it through. And then when somebody's like, "Man, I want to get sober," you're like, "Yeah, you're gonna get it." And it's not like you're gonna be best friends with them, but it's like, man, you're gonna get that sense of what I got. It's gonna be so good. And then you turn around and there they are with Tom and Jerry, and they're drinking beer and they're drunk, and it's like, God damn, man, I get it. But you can't you can't you can't let it get. It's not personal, man. And they're not doing it to hurt you. It's
Right.
because it's all they
That's a
know.
big
It's
point.
all they know.
Yeah, that's a big point. They're not doing it to spite anybody, or
Yeah.
like, oh, they started drinking because I didn't text them back last night at 10:30 or something. Like, but that's how because there was a lot of things. Just because I got clean and sober a bunch of times in the past, I never got better. So there was a lot of unhealed stuff going on there, man.
Yeah. Not
It's
not drinking. So I see it in two ways. Like I when I say I got sober, I don't take it as just I just quit drinking. Like to
right.
me is I found out who I really fuck with. Like I like who I am. I like being so I like this guy sober. I like this person that I am. I trust the person that I am. I'm a way better person than what I am. So to me, getting sober isn't just stopping what your addiction was. Because there's a whole like because it's there's a lot of regret. You start looking back on what you did for 30 years,
Yeah.
and you got to sit right with that, and there's still like the only problem that I have is with people is you get the cool guy, the cool drunk that oh I wasn't, I didn't do anything wrong when I was drinking. Like, so it's not a big deal, And I'm like, I didn't think I did anything wrong either when I was drinking, right? And until you put that bottle down and you start, like I said, my buddy's like, I didn't realize I had a problem until I quit. Yeah, and then you start realizing, and then you get that uncomfortable where you're sitting with yourself thinking, like, man, I did that or I did that, and it doesn't have to be that you drove a car and killed somebody or that you got 10 DUIs. It's just there's some shit that you said to somebody that was kind of off, or you didn't treat your wife right, or you fucking missed something because you were drunk or you were hungover, or it's just little shit like that you have to get through. And the first few months were kind of rough for me, and I'm almost a year in, and it's still fresh, in it, but I don't. There's just no sense of it, man. And there's just no sense in drinking for me. And I'm humble about it. And I didn't have the God experience, I just think that Cheyenne said something to me, and I took that personal because I just adored her so much, and that it just hit me pretty hard, and And I don't want to get in. I kind of want to just kind of talk to touch base with you on this to kind of get the 180 recovery. But, the last few months I've laid pretty low. Like me and you haven't done a lot of talking on this and the kind of what we want to blow up on. But I've laid pretty low just between me, God, and the gym. And that's been about it. So, um,
You work. I know you
yeah,
work on that.
yeah, and I just had to get my mind right, and yeah, I talked to people and I posted on Facebook and I said hi, but I didn't do a lot, man. I just stayed to myself and I rode my motorcycle and I did a lot of thinking and listened to a lot of music and had some meaningful conversations with some people. But now in my life, my daily life, like if I have a relationship with somebody, it's genuine. Like where I'm coming from or what I'm saying to you is a genuine person, and I'm not just trying to get something out of you, and I'm not just trying to spend the weekend with you. And I'm not just, whatever that may be. But like I said, I kind of wanted to keep it short tonight, just kind of touch base with you and just kind of see how things were going, and then
Yeah, very cool.
really start because there's a lot that I got going on in my mind, and a lot of I've had a lot of conversations with some people that are really struggling, and I think I'd rather talk with you offline about that and then kind of go from there and see,
Yeah.
because like I said,
Okay.
I'm going to Lincoln in that December 12th, and I think we can probably beat up, and we're going to go to the gym, and I want to talk about where we want to go from here, because there's a lot of people back home that want some help, and I've had a lot of people hit me up. A lot of people call me, and a lot of people that are struggling, and they just feel they don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And that might be the case. And I don't know how it is. And my worry is winter's coming,
Oh boy,
shutting
yeah.
up, shutting in, and it's not like it is here, because like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's gonna be 80 degrees for me, like, and down there it's gonna be cold. And what do you do besides get shut in and drink alcohol, or
Dude, we're supposed to
punch your
keep.
wife in the throat, like fuck. You know what
I'm
I
more
mean?
likely to get punched in the throat in this house.
Right,
Trust
right.
me, you know who my wife is.
Don't never beat you up. Start calling her bruh, dude. Don't quit calling her
Okay,
Deb.
you're gonna get us started.
Yeah.
Man, what was I gonna say? Dang it! Nah, I forgot. Killed some brain cells.
The, the
Um,
cold.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We're supposed to get like 3 to 5 inches of snow this weekend, Sunday,
Oh,
Monday.
good.
So, I mean, I don't look forward to it at all. But you just got to keep your mind right and stay busy. Get to the gym, do positive stuff. I mean, we've been through winters before. I think we'll be okay. But for a lot of people struggling, missing family, maybe they've lost people this year, and I
Right.
mean, the drugs ain't getting any cheaper or any less toxic. It's scary, man, and I just don't think that there's anybody out there, whether they know me or think anything of me or not. I don't know. I was never popular in this town, but I mean, when I give a shit about somebody, I give a shit about somebody. I
Right.
do, and I don't have to talk about God to them all the time. I just want to know where you're at, what is going on with you today, where do you want to be, what do you care about, do you love anything anymore? Just have genuine conversations like we used to when we were young and teenagers
Right. Right.
before. Like
Before
people are
all
still
the
needing
drugs.
that. That's
Right.
what we've been chasing after all these years with the relationships. There's Bo when you walk in.
Yeah.
Like we just chased that genuine
Yeah.
early
You want
first
that
impression.
validation, man. You want that validation, and you want
And
that
but it was
love.
real back then when you had your early friends, man, and that was the core of it. And then, we've
Yeah.
been wanting that all this time. We can still get it. We just have to like not want the junk and the alcohol that just makes us into people we were never meant to be.
Right.
And
Right.
I just
Right.
like the fact that me and you are talking. We're both from Lincoln. Like I said, it might shock some people that like, what the hell is Trav Beau doing on Facebook talking? Well, we just wanted better lives, and we had
Right.
a little bit different way of doing it. But it's been a 180 for me these last couple of years. And I mean, talking to you, this is the most we've talked in our entire lives, to be honest with you. But
Right.
it's the most
Besides the
real
map. Yeah.
conversation. If I would have
Right.
talked to you 16 years ago, probably would have been stupid, and who knows what.
Been smoking crack or drinking beer at after hours party down there at Boatman's house. Yeah, down by Railroad Avenue, so
Would
to
have just
speak.
had another story to tell.
Right, right. It has just been another dumb shit. Oh, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and then another 10 years we would have never done anything and walk right by each other.
God probably
So
kept us apart for a reason
right, right,
until now.
right,
But
right. It's
brother,
it's
I
so
love doing
crazy.
this, man, and I think it went well. This has been 180 recovery with Trav and Bo. Yeah, let's talk offline. Hit me up anytime. I'm never too busy for you, man. because you're a genuine dude, and I love and respect you. So yeah, we'll talk. Let me know what's been going on and what you want to do and what I could maybe help with. Oh, he's gone. Did he go? I don't know if he caught the last of it, but that's probably it. Let me see if he comes back on here right quick. If not, then I'll end it. What do you think, Deb? I should go. It still says his name, but with the black screen, you got a phone call or something, I bet. Anyway, that's probably a stopping point. Everybody, this has not been an On the Spot. This has been 180 Recovery with Trav Beau, our first official show tonight. I think it went pretty well. If anybody's out there struggling, not feeling the seasons, Thanksgiving or Christmas coming up, reach out to somebody, man, and maybe we could talk and get some help if needed. Beau's got some resources and people in Florida that, I know he hooks up with and has some connections down there. So don't give up hope. There's always a chance. So you're cared for, you're loved, and we want you here. There's a better life yet to come, and you deserve it. So thanks for tuning in. We're not sure when we'll be back, but you'll know when we know. Everybody, we'll see you next time on 180 Recovery with Trav and Beau.